everyone, I'm here to bring you another weekly reads. This week was a bit up and down, so I didn't read a whole ton of things, but I'm just going to go through them. So the first thing I finished is The View from Africa. This is a collection of short stories, essays, and things like that from Granta. So this was a magazine originally, I believe, and it has different stories from different African people, and the last one was from Louisiana in the US for some reason. That was a bit weird, but overall it's trying to look at at how diverse Africa is as a continent, and the differences between different countries and stuff like that. I quite enjoyed this one. There were two stories in particular that I really like. One was called Passport Control by Kwame Dawes, who is a Ghanaian Jamaican author, and he just talked about the complicated relationship he had with nationality, because his father was Jamaican, born in Nigeria, and his mother was Ghanaian, and he had a Ghanaian passport, and when he tried to get a Jamaican passport, which is where he lived, he seemed to have a lot of issues, even though he had lived in Jamaica for a really long time. So yeah, I really like that one and his thoughts on nationality in general. And the other one I really like was How to Write About Africa by Binyavanga Wainaina, which is a story about the misconceptions that people in the West tend to have about African people, and how that is reinforced by the stereotypes that they are written in different media. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I don't think it's one that you can easily get your hands on, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I was happy to have read that one. And then the other one that I finished this week was Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, which is a very weird book about this man that lives in a mansion alone, and he receives visitors, and we are trying to see like what the visitors actually are, because it seems like someone is trying to find him and there's kind of a mystery in there. I have always heard that this was a weird book, and it is a weird book, but not just on the concept of this man in this mansion, but also in the way it's written. It's very sporadic, and it's told from the perspective of this man that seems to have some mental difficulties, and he has lost his memory, and that's why he's there. So it looked like it was like a mental health institution or something, but I don't know. Sometimes it also feels like he was kidnapped by someone. It's just a very, very weird way to write, and you're never sure of what's happening really. And although I could appreciate what was doing, and I thought that it was just a little bit too much of the weird, and at the end of the book I didn't quite get what the point of the book was. So yeah, that one was a bit of a mixed bag for me. I understand why people like it, I understand why people don't like it. Personally, it was okay. I don't think I'm going to return to it, but I'm glad I read it and see what the hype was about. The one that I'm currently reading is All the Rivers by Dorit Rabinyan, and this is for my Invisible Cities project for Israel. And it's about the Israeli woman. It's told from her perspective, that lives in New York, and she meets this Palestinian guy, and they kind of fall in love. And so far, it's just a love story, one of those forbidden love stories. And it happens to be that the forbiddenness of it is about Israel and Palestine, but it doesn't really go into that much depth into the conflict, which was what I was hoping for. But I guess that's also me, that I was hoping for something that it's not. So far, I'm kind of enjoying it. It's very fast to read, so I'm hoping I don't take too long to read it. But saying that, I have been already taking like 2 or 3 days, and I'm only 50 pages in. But there was a lot of things going in my life as well, so I guess that's why I haven't picked this up. And then for the things I need to read this week. So I have The Pool of the Stars by Emma Donoghue from the library, and this is due on Friday. So I cannot renew it because someone is waiting for it. So I need to read this this week if I want to read it before I give it back. It's not too long and it has a really big font, so I'm hoping I can do this. And the other one that I should start, I'm already late. I'm buddy reading A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth with Jyotsna, Loren, and Ash. And I haven't started it, and we were supposed to read the first part this week, so I need to catch up on that. Each part is it's a bit less than 100 pages, so I think I should be able to read 2 parts in a week, but I have to start it. So yeah, that's something I have to read again. And then the last thing I want to read, this one is more of a want, it's Heretic by Ayaan, Hirsi, which is my pick for Ethiopia, for Invisible Cities. And because it's for Invisible Cities and I have already started my Invisible Cities reading, I would like to continue with this one, so that I can put it in a blog in a timely manner. So yeah, those are the books I have been reading. Other than that, life has been boring this week. Well, not boring, but it has not been very eventful, anything that I want to share with you. But yeah, let me know if you have read any of these books, what you thought about them, if you will encourage me or discourage me to read any of the books I've picked. And yeah, until next week, bye!